Hello everybody, welcome to If I Can Do It, You Can Do It. Today I'm going to show you guys how to fix your toilet bowl that will not fully flush. When you flush it, a little bit of water goes down, but none of your solid goes down. So I'm going to show you guys some potential culprits of why this is happening, but I'm going to show you how to fix this. And I'm going to show you how you can fix this without spending a dime, especially on a plumber. Let's go. So what we're going to need for this is some white vinegar, some distilled white vinegar. We're going to need some gloves. You need some blue tape or any type of tape. It doesn't have to be blue. And you're going to need some dish soap. So potential culprits of why this is happening. So your water sometimes in your bowl doesn't fill all the way up. So when you flush it, it's not getting enough water to push down into the bowl to push the solid out. But for me, that's not the case. This thing fills up nicely. Now, if you do want to check or fix the levels of your bowl filling up, all you have to do is see that little crossy little thing there. You can stick a screwdriver in there and turn it counterclockwise or clockwise. I forgot which way it goes up, but one way goes up, one way goes down. You'll figure it out and you just adjust it like that. Or you can just use your thumb in your hand and do it like that. But that's not the problem of mine. Another issue would be that valve that just flopped open. Sometimes that valve just gets corroded and doesn't work anymore. It doesn't even close or anything. That's not the case for this one. My valve is good. Another issue with the valve too is that chain right there. Sometimes has too much slack in it, and that slack will get caught under that valve, so it doesn't fully close. But again, that's not the case with mine. And this is the fill valve. This is what puts water back into your bowl after you flush. I learned that on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Now you guys know. But none of that was a problem I had. So another potential culprit is under here. Remember I just showed you the fill valve? So the fill valve, water shoots through here. And even when you flush, water shoots through there and it helps push the water down. Now, if you have hard water, these little holes can build up with calcium or some other minerals and gets hard and clogs. So you might have to go up in there with a nail or something to unclog them. So anyway, I'm going to show you what's going on here. So first I'm going to do is turn off my water. Once the water's turned off, hopefully the toilet bowl flushes, but mine's not flushing, but I'm going to try to flush it anyway. Try to get as much water out of that bowl as possible. And I'll show you why. So we might want to try to avoid a step. So I flushed it, but as you can see, I wasn't able to get all the water out. So I'm going to take this bottle, cut the top off of it. Now I'm going to have to scoop this water out, dump it into a bucket. Scoop the water out, dump it into a bucket till I get it out dry. So grab your mitts and go to work. Now, you don't want to do this with a glass that you serve people, because that's just nasty. I know some of you people are nasty, so do what you gotta do, but hey, each his own. But that's nasty, just for record. So anyway, you want to scoop this all out because you want the bottom to dry. And once you can't fit that bottle into the little crevice anymore, that's what you do. There's a little trick. Cut the excess off that bottle. Have this little bit. And you can fit that right up in the little hole. Just like that. Scoop. And say bye to the doo-doo water. Get all that doo-doo water out. So once you get all the doo-doo water out, you want to just get the excess liquid out. And so you want to just absorb it with a paper towel. Don't use your rags or towels. That's nasty too. But anyway, what we're getting at is there's a thing there called a siphon jet. And I'm going to show you that in 2 seconds. So this part right here in your toilet, right there that I'm pointing at, there's a hole there. It's called a siphon jet. So you want to stick your finger up in there, which is right. You got to have your gloves. And you're going to feel all the calcium deposits just clogged up there. And like you can't even get your finger in there. And that's nasty, which is why I say put them gloves on. But that's the nasty part of this job. So you can use acid, which I'm not going to do. I have a septic, or you can go natural with this and with vinegar. So once the hole is all dried out, just dump some vinegar in there like this. And that's basically just going to eat away at that calcium. And then you're just going to scrape it out. So once I got the vinegar in there, I'm just going to let that chill for a second. I'm going to go back to the fill valve. And remember, I showed you those holes. So anyway, I'm going to go to the fill valve and I'm going to dump a nice amount of this dish liquid in there. A nice amount. Some kind of bowl, that's okay. I'm going to dump a nice amount in there, because what's happening is that dish liquid is flowing through those holes at this point and it's eating whatever calcium is in there. I'm also going to pour some vinegar inside of that fill valve. Unfortunately, the video I took of the vinegar pouring into that fill valve was this. I didn't get a good video, so I don't know what the hell I was doing. But anyway, you can see that the vinegar filled up in that bowl as I was pouring in that fill valve. It gave me more vinegar in there. So that's not water, that's pure vinegar. So the vinegar flows through those holes and then it's eating away at that calcium mineral buildup, the same way it's doing at the siphon jet. So with this tape, I'm just going to put tape on here, because this is my kids' bathroom and I do not want them using it whatsoever. You know, I can tell them 1,000 times not to use this toilet, and what's going to happen is one of them is going to go in there and just be like, oops, daddy, I'm sorry, I peed in the toilet. And, you know, I got to start this process all over again. So, no. So, I basically let that vinegar sit in there for 24 hours. This is the next day. New set of gloves. So, 24 hours later, rip this tape off. Hey, word of advice. Oh, plus, look at all that crummy stuff that broke up in there. But quick advice, when you take off the tape, take the tape off without these gloves, because this tape don't want to freaking come off at all. Like, get off. It's just stuck up there. So, yeah, take it off without no gloves. But as you can see, the water's murky. It's nasty, so something happened. So I'm just going to take this hanger, stick it up inside of that siphon jet hole. That's just a piece of hanger, and I'm just going to scrape the excess off that didn't get eaten up. And it's soft now. Like, when I put my finger in there, it's soft, so I'm just going to scrape that out. Make sure you have on a mask or a face shield, because you don't want none of that. You don't want none of that in your mouth. I mean, not a drop of that in your mouth. Ugh, I don't even want to think about it. But that's it. So let's flush and see what happens. Of course, I gotta turn the damn water on. 1 second. Turn this water on, and listen, it's the first time I did this. It's the first time we're doing this together. Let's see what happens. I figured, why not document it? Because I'm not a plumber. So the water's filling up. I'm not going to record that. So as you can see, water's filled up. Looks good. I still got that crummy, cloudy vinegar in there. So it's the moment of truth, guys. Let's see what happens when we flush. Ew. Ooh, look at that. That is nice. Hey, no plumber. Perfect. And that's it. That's all it took. It took a little bit of vinegar. It took some dish soap. It took a rusty hanger. It took 24 hours. And it took some gloves and some nastiness. And that's it. Didn't cost me a plumber. I got to save that money. I didn't have to go to the store and buy anything. And we did it. We fixed our toilet. And now this thing flushes fluently. So this is, if I can do it, you can do it. I am the amateur's amateur. I hope this video was informative, and thank you very much for viewing.